The battle of humidity still is being fought. Oh, what's going on, shrimp keepers? I hope you guys are having an awesome week. Happy Wednesday. The battle of humidity is a pain in the butt. So here is what I'm up against. Let me explain this to you guys. So if you look at this rack, ignore the light. That's just the LEDs that does that flickering. Actually, I'll just turn it up so we can focus. It's distracting. Alright, fix. So, if you look at this rack, the biggest problem is these do not have covers on them. So, it's letting off a ton of humidity, especially with like all of the dripping and all the dripping down here. You can see how much water is actually missing. It's normally up to this ring right here. And so, humidity is definitely an issue. Evaporation is an issue. And so, what I could do is get tops for these. I can make them. But there's 40 of these 20 longs. There's these huge things. And so tops are going to be pretty expensive. And everyone's going to have to be custom cut because they got these going into them. They got the valves on the back, which aren't, I'll let you see them. They're not all perfectly lined up. So like everyone's like in a different spot. So every single one of these has to be custom cut. And so this is the temporary solution. So what I'm going to do is this is actually super long. It was a 30 by 20 foot tarp. And I couldn't take it any farther because I forgot I had this wire up here. So I got to get a little one to go from here to here for this wire. And then another one to cover there to there. And so my plan is by putting tarps over these, which are dirt cheap. I mean, you get them extremely inexpensive. One, it's going to contain the humidity, and stop evaporation, hopefully, because it is seriously driving me crazy. What's happening is this is a furnace right above here, and the intake pipe is somewhere. I don't know. It's probably just right here. But anyway, all this humidity in here is going up in here, and it's blowing it throughout the warehouse. And then it's causing problems over in the shrimp room. It's causing problems in the front of the building. I don't heat the building too much. So like we have these stone walls. Like you can see this is just brick walling. And so this stuff gets cold. And then with humidity in the room, you're going to get this kind of stuff. Like this isn't mold, but like it's mildew. It might be mold. I don't know. And it's just getting everywhere. So it's like, oh, it's a pain in my butt. And sorry I keep covering the camera. So let me show you what's going on in the shrimp room. We're just going to roll this like old style. So I'm not even going to pause the video. We're just going to come check this out. My wife's in there feeding, so I'll have to let her know. She doesn't like being surprised with the camera. But who does, really? Hey, honey, I'm going to show them that mold in the back. YouTube.
Why would you do that?
Because I want them to see what humidity is doing to me. Oh! Alright, so we're getting back behind here. And so, I don't even know if it will show up well. But you can see this. See how it's wet? Like you can see the wetness right here. But this is brick. This is from the outside. I didn't cover it, and I should have. Because what's happening is it is literally dripping and creating this mold down here. So I literally have to get in here and spray all this stuff. I'm going to cut this drywall out and redo it. And then honestly, I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with this yet, because this needs covered because the condensation on it is ridiculous. And so so I'm just working to bring the humidity down right now, and then I'm going to work on getting this thing covered. I was thinking like spray insulation maybe, and really tackling that. And, I don't know. And so one thing that I did decide to do, check this out. This is from Corey from Aquarium Co-op. He mentioned this on one of our videos as a comment, and I thought it was a great idea. It's just he said saran wrap and just putting it over top of these. But what I did is I went and bought painter's plastic, and I just cut it into the right pieces and used bungee cords and literally just sealed these off. So that accomplishes a couple of things. One, the tops are covered, so now if anything would fall down in there normally, now it can't fall in there. It's just going to get on the top and roll off. Same thing with this. So I'm actually really excited about that. I got all the tanks covered. Amanda helped me the other day, and she went through and made sure everything was covered, which is awesome. The only thing that we really have left to cover, I'm going to cover this one with plastic, and then this whole system doesn't have covers on them, and so this whole system I am going to make covers because they're just like, see how there's no special cuts. This is the only thing, and I want a little hole in the front for feeding anyway, so it's a win-win. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Check this out. These guys are doing awesome. There's buried females in there in there for days. There's babies everywhere. They're not showing because we literally just fed them. Or I don't even, yeah, they just started eating. But there's probably 40 to 50 babies in there, which is awesome, and a bunch of buried ones. So it's really good. Everything is going great. I'm really pleased with how everything's turned out. The only thing is humidity. So we're getting that under wraps. We're getting a couple other things under wraps. So it's gonna start coming together. And we don't want to sink too much money into this building because, one, we don't know if we're moving. We're talking about building a building now. My parents are talking about building a building, and we would go in on that and get a portion of the building and stuff. So I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're here in this building at least until September, possibly longer. We're just gonna play it out and see how it goes. And the only reason we're leaving here is because our landlord does not want to sell the building, and rent just keeps going up and up and up and up. So it's kind of a crappy situation. Maybe if he'll just freeze it for a year or two and just let us get our feet dug down, and it might work, but I don't know. So we got a lot going on. We're getting a lot of tanks set up this week. Jeff, my intern, that you guys have seen him in videos, he's coming down tomorrow, and he's really going to help me pump out a lot of stuff. So super excited about that. Import order, hopefully that's going to be coming in soon. We're still waiting on the import license, which is a super hassle, especially at the beginning of the year because everyone's applying for it. But there's a lot of good stuff going on. Thank you guys for all the love, support, as always. You guys are awesome, so you guys make it a great week. Hopefully you guys had a happy Valentine's Day and showed some love to someone that's special in your life, or if you don't have anyone special in your life, then showed some love to your pet. So it's all good. You guys make it a great week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Later.